Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on The Flash Season 7, and this is going to be my trailer breakdown for episode 16, the third last episode of the season. Insane to think that, and this episode is otherwise entitled P.O.W, or if you want to put it into one word, POW. But yeah, let's watch the trailer, I'll shut up, and then we'll talk about it after.
This war keeps getting worse.
The city is in chaos.
If we could trap one of these Godspeeds,
We can find out why they're fighting.
Maybe I can help with that.
The heart and soul of Team Arrow.
Let's go catch a speedster.
Better make it quick.
You are not an ally. You are an enemy.
So last episode was the first episode in the Godspeed arc. Got a lot of stuff happening. Godspeed officially arriving, or should I say, the Godspeeds officially arriving. We've got clones, we've got two army of clones. There's a lot of stuff happening. I'm confused based off the end of the episode where they just disappeared. Like, why they all just disappear at once? Is someone controlling them and can like teleport them in and out? Hopefully that gets explained. I'm sure this episode will, follow that up. If not, maybe explain it. That's for us to wait and find out, but it's going to be insane to see what they do. But of course, before we actually, break down this trailer and discuss what's within it, we will quickly read out the synopsis or description for the episode, as it does give us a bit more context as to what's going on specifically within the episode in the trailer. But yeah, throughout the video, be sure to let me know your various opinions, thoughts, theories, predictions, anecdotes, whatever you want. Let me know in the comment section down below, and just let me know what you're looking forward to the most in this episode. That's always what I'm curious to hear. And of course, if you're going to enjoy the video, you're looking forward to this episode, and you're just excited about this Godspeed arc and how it wraps up the end of season 7 in general, why not drop a like on the video to show support, excitement, hype, all of that. Takes 2 seconds. John Diggle arrives in Central City with a weapon to help Barry stop the Godspeed War. Meanwhile, Allegra and Ultraviolet's new bond is put to the ultimate test while Joe and Kristen Kramer are hunted by a former colleague of hers, which we already know is what's his name? Adam Craig? Whatever his name is, it's something. So yeah, the Godspeed story that, is wrapping up the end of season 7 has started with a bang, with an episode that it appeared most people were super happy with, specifically in regards to the parts of the episode focused around that Godspeed storyline. And as we can see from the trailer for next week's episode, or this week's episode, whatever you want to call it, that being episode 16, that excitement looks to be continuing on, rolling along with an added extra, bonus. That, of course, being the guest appearance of John Diggle. But to start off the trailer, this war keeps getting worse. Now, this is said by Barry as we see quite a lot of various white lightning streaks running across Central City, both throughout the day as well as at night. Now, of course, as we had revealed last episode, these Godspeeds are fighting each other. We have a group of clone Godspeeds that were after Barry throughout the episode, and then another set who seemed more focused on taking down the other group show up at the end, that weren't really focused on going after Barry. They're more focused on that other group. Now, there has been some discussion online as to whether that group is on Barry's side, like they are quote-unquote Team Flash. And I don't know if that is actually the case in what's going on. I think it could be more that, defeating the other group of Godspeeds is more important than anything to do with Barry. If anything, Barry or, the Flash is only relevant to either of the groups is because of his speed and the fact that they can take it and steal it and use it themselves, like we saw that group do last episode for a moment before they were, I guess you could say, rudely interrupted by the other group of Godspeeds, and then they started fighting. Now, you could bring up the argument or make the argument, like, why do Barry and the rest of Team Flash need to or have to stick their heads inside the war between the Godspeeds? Couldn't they just, leave them be, just back away and just hide in a closet until all is done? Well, yeah, they could. They easily could. But as you hear in the trailer, there is absolute chaos going on within Central City. The Godspeeds aren't really helping Central City out with all this fighting and everything like that. So Barry has to step in and just try and sort it out in some way, shape, or form. And the trailer gives us a tease at what plan Barry, and I guess Cecile was there, I think, as well, have to, do that stepping in, if you want to call it. And that plan is to try and capture one of the Godspeeds in order to figure out why all these Godspeeds are after one another and battling one another. Obviously, that is going to be easier said than done, because the Godspeeds are all also going to be connected to one another, like in sync, almost like a telepathic level. So That could be very tricky to just isolate one of them and just keep them captured without the rest of them knowing. But as we can see, Diggle might have some way to help out with all of that. So as we have known for quite a while now, like I'm thinking like more than 8 months or something, Diggle is showing up on all the shows for guest roles, with Batwoman being the first that he's already done. Legends did happen, but it wasn't Diggle. It was another character that the actor was playing, so it didn't really relate to this. But Batwoman did tease Diggle having like head pains, and he went to see a specialist in Gotham and everything like that. So it will be interesting to see how he ends up in Central City. As we know, Cisco does work for Argus now, and apparently Diggle is bringing a weapon with him to Central City to help out Team Flash with all this Godspeed stuff. So maybe Cisco has been in contact with Barry, Caitlin, or maybe even Chester about what's going on and send this back to his friends via Diggle, who might have been coming here anyway. Like, Diggle himself could have other reasons for wanting to make this trip to Central City, like he did with Gotham to go see that specialist. Is there something else in Central City that he needs to see? Maybe it's actually Star Labs. Maybe Star Labs has equipment to check himself out that he can't get anywhere else. Could be something like that. I did think it was interesting that they actually showed Diggle opening up the Green Lantern like ring box in the trailer. Not sure if that is actually hinting at something that happens in the episode, but I do remember Eric Wallace, who's the showrunner for The Flash, talking about Diggle's guest appearance on The Flash, and he suggested that this appearance on The Flash will be the episode that relates back to what happened to the within the Arrow series finale the most than any of the other appearances on like Batwoman, Supergirl, and Superman and Lois. So make of that what you will, but apparently this episode is the most related to that Green Lantern ring box thing. So yeah, as I said, make of that what you will. Keep that in mind because they might do something in this episode around that. Now we can see the box that this weapon that Diggle is bringing to Central City is sitting in. Unfortunately, we can't really see what the weapon actually is. We just know it's a nice box. It's got some padding, so we know it's not going to get bumped around on its journey to Central City. But what we do get to see is Diggle actually back in his Spartan suit from Arrow, which I wasn't expecting to see, but we get to see it here. And we can actually see him taking on a Godspeed, most likely in a similar fashion to how we saw both Frost and Chillblain last episode. You know, that being through the use of like the loud sounds that throw the Godspeeds out of whack and they can't really use their speed. This time though, it would have to be blasted through Central City. It looks like it's on the street, which was their original plan. So I guess it's not going to be like, a random, like there was what they were playing originally anyway. Or maybe what's happening here is just another method that allows the Godspeeds to not use their speed. Maybe it has something to do with the weapon. Maybe the weapon drains speed. We'll have to wait and see, but yeah, Diggle's back in the Spartan suit and he's punching some speeds to ass. But probably the moment in the trailer that has me the most excited heading into this episode is the final portion in the trailer, or part in the trailer, where we appear to have the real Godspeed showing up as he is speaking normally. He's not going or whatever that weird, I was like, no, whatever it is. I'm not going to try and attempt it. I'm not even going to try again because I just realized I've just embarrassed myself. But yeah, he's speaking normally. He's not speaking in that weird screechy stuff. And we hear, "You are not an ally, you are an enemy." That is what he says to the Flash as he's pretty much like standing over him going, I'm better than you. Now, this is followed by Godspeed seeming to try and steal more of Barry's speed. Now, it is interesting for a big reason from what I can tell, and that is that the voice that we hear from Godspeed is different. It's not the voice that we had in Season 5 and that episode towards the end of Season 6. That voice was provided by B.D. Wong, who you would know from like Gotham, the Jurassic Park franchise, Oz, shows like that. This seems to be a new voice. It seems to be a bit deeper, and it could be a voice provided by the person actually playing the person under the real Godspeed's mask. Or it's just a new voice to highlight the new and real Godspeed for the season. It could be another voice actor like they had with B.D. Wong. He wasn't actually the person under the mask. He just did the voice. So yeah, I'm not too sure, but it definitely sounds different. I'm going to assume it's different and it's done by a different person, whether it's the person actually playing the real Godspeed or just someone completely separated from that. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I wonder if that's like a portion towards the end of the episode. Maybe that's the Godspeed they capture. Maybe the Godspeed they capture is the real Godspeed. That would be a play. Maybe the real Godspeed's like, hey, he's trying to capture one of us. I'll go in. Let me tag in. I'll give him a bit of a surprise. That'd be pretty cool. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, unfortunately, there's no promo images as of yet for this episode. We'll probably get them over the next couple of days. If there's anything of interest within those, I'll do a video on them or include them in a video later on over the weekend. That's for us to wait and find out. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this episode. Looking forward to seeing how they wrap up this season, as well as how they set up next season as well. Should be pretty damn interesting. I think most of us are excited to see how they do it. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, it would be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show support. Let me know in the comments section down below your various opinions about this, what you're looking forward to the most. Anything I missed that you thought was of note, that I should have talked about that I didn't, let me know in the comments. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. Goodbye.